And Rita's, no shit, goes, Flanery, Flanery's moving. Flanery's moving. Look at this moving. Oh, God. I was paralyzed with laughter. Norman, the motherfucker didn't gallop away. Just like you did. Boom. And that's it. The guy was literally, he was like, give me up. I'm like, Rita's. Sylvia, I said, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I talked to the horse, he's good. You can do that? Yes, I can do that. And the shit's on camera. We have that shit on camera. He had a fucking meltdown, man. He didn't want to do a take two. I was like, come on, you look like a tard, but I look like a tard, roll a cigarette, so come on. That's a horse story. When you talk to Rita's be like, it wasn't like that. It was fucking just like that.
Hey, I've been following your work, like the other guy said, way back in Young Indie, and I got two questions. One is on topic, blacks. But the first one, if they ever offered you a chance to, like, you know, say, because I know the last one was with Harrison Ford, but if they ever told you, came up to you and offered you the role again, would you want to get on that hot whip action?
Obvious is obvious. Yeah! After a nanosecond of consideration, I'll go with fucking yes! No, George Lucas, no. No. Yeah, of course, you know, that's the most, you know, iconic role I've done. It's Indiana Jones, you know, I mean, just to be a part of, you know, a film that comes out like that, there's a huge legacy there. It's, you know, yeah.
All right, and the on-topic one. I especially loved your work with, like, between you, Norm, and Billy Connolly. And I was just wondering, like, what was that like, having, like, three of you on set and working with them?
Billy Connolly's the funniest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. Like, just on the day. Me and Billy would have conversations that they couldn't get us out of the van. We'd be driving to set. It'd be an hour to get set. They'd be like, where's Flanery and Billy? Oh, they're still in the van. They'd park it, and we'd still be in the middle of a conversation. Like, going back and forth and shit. Billy Connolly, just out of the blue, he'll turn around to me and be like, it was 1969. And Mick Jagger was going down on David Bowie. And Mick scratched my leg and started pulling on it, much like I'm pulling yours. Fucking Billy Connolly's like the ding-dang doodle. Literally, every story Billy Connolly has, he's like, so Jane Fonda came up to me before I knew she was a fucking commie. He's just fucking funny. This guy's been around. Everybody from the United States doesn't understand. Billy Connolly in the UK is like fucking Elvis Presley. I mean, the motherfucker's huge. He's like bigger than big. So it's kind of a sanctuary for him coming to the States because he's a little lesser known. Although he's very recognizable. In the UK, he's like Elvis Presley, but that guy's mind is on fire. So he's a genuinely wonderful guy, but he's funny as fuck. And he says shit, and he'll go, what? Not knowing that he said some funny shit. You know, fucking funny. Okay. He says, I think he like sat up at night and wrote the shit, and it just comes out the top of his head. Like, he smashed Robin Williams. The cat's just a genius. I dig it. Can't say enough about the cat.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I was wondering with the dynamic between the three central characters in the first film, you guys and Rocco, where did that come from? Was that scripted, or did that come from the relationship between the actors?
Well, originally, I mean, obviously, you know, every film starts on a page, you know. And really, the script is the most important part of any film. Don't let anybody tell you differently. For example, I'll give you an example. You know, you start with a script that's out of 100. You know, you grade it out of 1 of 100. If it starts at 100, if it's a perfect script, all you can do is reduce that number. You can't increase it, and I'll give you an example why. Say the scene says, the most beautiful girl in the world walks into the room. Well, guys that like blondes, the minute you cast a brunette, you ostracize them. Because it's a beautiful girl, but it's not the most beautiful in the world. consequently, all I can do is live up to what's written. I can't add anything really there, All I can do is make the chemistry that they intend to be on the page authentic, And I think it's a little that, I knew Norm before Boondock, but I met Rocco on Boondock, but we all hit it off. I mean, they're truly good guys. And I can't say that about every film that I've made. I've certainly worked with some buttholes, I've worked with some great people, but on Boondock, it's just a great, it's just luck of the draw, It's just a bunch of really good guys. So if it's authentic, it's much more easily captured on film, It's hard to replicate, a true appreciation for somebody, And I hold them all dear in my heart, those guys. Good guys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
When you did the green beer thing for St. Patty's Day, I want to know if you ad-libbed any of that, and if so, how much?
Most of the shit I ad-libbed, they didn't even put in, because it had to be a coherent storyline, a fluid storyline. But there were some ad-lib moments, yeah. But, for those of you guys that don't know, it's like Will Ferrell's Funny or Die. They called me and they said, hey, why don't you do this green beer thing? It was really, really funny. And we had some little leprechauns, hearing that green beer. It was kind of neat. Wonderful experience to work with those cats, but because it's such a time constraint, they don't really have room, because it's got to be a 45-second piece, so they don't have time to, include a lot of those things. One day I think they're going to probably have an additional website or a portion of the website where they do outtakes for all of the guys that have made videos, which I think would be funnier than the actual website. But that was a great experience. That was fun.
And one more thing before I go. Turn on the anti-magic because of finger!
One more time.
Turn on the anti-magic because of blinker!
Because of blinker! Fuck, what was blinking too, man?
Hi, one of my favorite movies of yours is Suicide King.
Thank you, man.
I love it.
Appreciate it.
What was it like to work with all those guys, especially like Christopher Walken?
Working with Walken, one would think, excuse me, one would think that Walken's a really weird, bizarre cat, right? And I think it's just because of the placement of his pauses and the weird cadence of his speech. Like, you can imagine, anything sounds weird, because depending on the delivery, I love you, or I love you! Two totally different things, right? Same thing with Walken. Just what I said right now, same thing with Walken. It's one thing when you go up to craft service, you're like, oh, can I get a ham and cheese sandwich? Because I'm really, really hungry. Then Walken comes in and goes, can I get a ham and cheese sandwich? Because I'm hungry. You're like, that's just fucking weird. Until you get to know him, you're just like, the fuck kind of shit are you trying to do? Can I get, what kind of sandwich? Can I get a ham and cheese? You obviously knew you wanted a ham and cheese. Why the pause, I want, and then you have to think about what you want. But once you get to know him, when you transcribe what the cat says, he's a normal guy. I mean, the guy's got a committed relationship, been married for years, he loves to dance, he's just a regular guy. I have no fucking clue if that's like an affectation or if he's just taking a piss on everybody. He's like, this shit is interesting as fuck, man. When I talk like that, crazy, strange even, I don't know. But it's engaging, right? It's engaging, you're just like... Like I could be saying the most mundane shit in the world, Last night, I didn't watch TV. But you're like, tell me more. I'm really intrigued. You did nothing. Tell me more about your night that included nothing. Wonderful dude, though. Another really, really good dude. Another good cat.
Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
In the Boondock Saints movies, your characters are big drinkers. My question is, are you personally a big partier, and what's your favorite party story that you can share with a crowd of this size?
Mutually exclusive, brother. Big party stories? No, not sharing. But no, I'm not really a big partier. I don't really drink a lot. Nothing against it. I just every time I have alcohol, I wake up with a fucking headache. I don't know if I'm allergic to alcohol, man, but when I have a cocktail, I wake up the next morning and I have a hangover. I can have a glass of wine. I wake up and have a hangover. I don't know what the deal is, but obviously you guys can tell that I don't need a cocktail to be fucking off my head. You know what I mean? Like most people, like Rita's like, and then he gets cocked, he's like, what's up? Rita's goes up like 2 degrees. I start at like 15, you know? Like, Mon goes to 11. Rita's like starts at 2, and he goes to 3.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
Pretty good. I have 2 things. One, back when I was in the service, Boondock Saints was...
Yes!
Back when I was in the service, we had a lot of different movies that we watched in the barracks. Like, a lot of them were, you know, fun movies, a lot of them were violent movies. Boondock Saints was a little of both. And whenever we got together in the barracks, if somebody suggested Boondocks, that's what we watched. I just wanted to let you know that. And
I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And 2, this question is kind of for my mom and for my wife, who wouldn't ask it. Which one of you really has the bigger cock?
Not the smartest fuck in here or what? You were speaking when I answered before you actually got to the question. I said, it's very small. I'm like a tic-tac. Actually, you know what? I mean, I've never once been at the urinal and looked over at Rita and said, "Nice dick." Oh, nice. Rita's. Likewise. It's fucking pie.
They will thank you, Mr. Spence.
I'm wondering why your wife wants to know. Where's she at? Can you point her out so we can make fun of her? Where's she at? All right, round of applause for the...
Hey, tonight, brother, you handle that shit like a boss. And she's like, more, say, it ain't about you, baby.